The Kumasi Center for Collaborative Research into Tropical Medicine, KCCR, was set up over 2 decades ago. With a state-of-the-art laboratory, the center expects to have top-range equipment to enable them perform tests that previously were sent outside the country. It was set up to primarily serve the middle and northern belts of Ghana and also provide research findings to guide the Ministry of Health and the Ghana Health Service. The center is a partnership between the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, the Ministry of Health, and the Bernard Nocht Institute for Tropical Medicine in Germany. It is now becoming a household name in Ghana because of the significant role it is playing in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. The center has so far tested over 8,000 samples of persons suspected to be carrying the virus, out of which 70 came out positive. Professor Richard Odame Phillips is the director here.
We have what we call the biosafety laboratory. The biosafety laboratory is not a lab that is easy to set up. You need certain standards, and it's meant to provide safety at the highest level for you to work with dangerous organisms. And so you need training to work in that laboratory. So organisms like TB and other dangerous organisms can only be worked on in such a laboratory. And so we've got one of that. So when we get the samples for COVID-19, you first have to take it into that room. You can't handle it in a normal laboratory. You need to be trained to go into the biosafety laboratory. And you need to work in a particular way so that you don't infect yourself. And so far, we've tested more than 8,000 samples.
The researchers at KCCR have scaled up operations, especially as there has been an increase in coronavirus cases in the country. Dr. Michael Owusu is a virologist at the center.
I think that we already are committed to testing such large numbers of samples. Of course, we started with few samples, but as the samples come and then the numbers increase, we have to double our effort and ensure that we further enhance our infection prevention control measures and take them through all the protocols. So normally when samples get larger and you don't have good systems in place in the lab, you are likely to overlook one or two. But we are able to go through the pre-analytical process, analytical process, post-analytical process, and ensure that our quality control measures are well in place and well established.
Dr. Michael Owusu, however, believes the center could have done more if successive governments had paid serious attention to research in the country.
So research goes with funding. For a long time, various governments have not devoted much attention to funding research in our part of in Ghana and mostly in sub-Saharan African countries. We mostly depend on donor money. I mean, the research funded by external bodies. And because of this, most of the research are not driven by ideas which are needed to enhance local capacity and to solve local problems. And if we had capacity in place, then I can tell you that we'll have done more than we are doing. This is where I think we have not done well over the years. And for COVID coming is a call for all of us that instead of sitting down to be overwhelmed by this pandemic, we should begin to invest in research that will enable us understand the dynamism of diseases and what they do.
Following the research by scientists at the University of Ghana on the sequencing of genomes of the virus, scientists at KCCR also say they are gathering enough data to compare if the samples they are testing in the middle and northern belts are similar to those that are being tested in Accra to inform their research findings.